It's time to install the siding. Hi, I'm Joy Watts with Watts Homes and Construction, and I'm here at our job site again. And today we are working on installing the siding. Our siding installer is Jeffrey Michael Contracting, and they are starting on the back of the house and then they'll work their way forward. So let's take a look.
This is what the vertical siding looks like before it is installed on the home. It is LP Smart Side Siding, which comes in horizontal and vertical board and batten look and requested by the owner.
This is a small piece of siding that they had already cut and did not need. Usually these come in 4x8 sheets. As you can see, it's pretty thin siding, but it is the tongue and groove. So you can see how the edge, they can slide into the pieces of the other ones. That's just what the back looks like. And then this is some of the trim, and they use this to break up the 4x8 sheets that they installed for the siding. That's just the back side, and they'll use that for corners and other accent pieces as well.
This is the horizontal starter board and the metal strip above it. The board and batten vertical siding will sit on top of the metal strip once it's installed. This is what the metal starter strip looks like before it is installed on the home. You can see the shape of it, and the outward facing part is black to match the siding. The underside is a standard aluminum color and shows off the shape of the starter strip a little bit better. The siding installer is working on installing the corner piece. This needs to be done before the horizontal or vertical siding can be installed. The small board that is tacked up already is there to keep the corner piece furred out from the wall so the vertical piece can slide behind it. He is using a power nailer to install the nails in the corner piece, making sure it is secured.
With this particular siding, they start with the corners and they trim out the windows first, and then they start installing the siding after that. This is the north side of the house, and you can see how they put the corners up as well as trim around the windows first. And then since it's on the side of the house, this is they're doing the horizontal siding. And then obviously they work their way up from the ground to the top.
The installers are working on the vertical siding above the overhead garage doors in the front of the home. He is nailing in a piece of siding at the seam where two pieces come together. After he nails the seam, he moves over to the next stud to nail the board in place. Here you can see the horizontal starter board, the metal strip above it, and then the vertical piece above the metal strip. With the tongue and groove siding, you can see how tight the seam is because the pieces slide into each other, locking it in place. This is a better view of the horizontal starter, the metal strip, and the vertical pieces. The red lines on the siding show where to nail in addition to nailing the seams. The installer is now installing the vertical pieces to create the board and batten look. These pieces were cut to fit, and he is using his level to make sure they are straight before he nails the piece into position. Here are a few larger vertical pieces he's installing below the window. He has to nail each piece in several locations to make sure it is secure. This is what the board and batten siding looks like after it is installed to give you a better view of the design and the product. At the top of the wall, you see this black metal strip, and then a horizontal siding piece is installed right below it. The metal piece will be used to slide the soffit into place. The metal piece is in place for the soffit, so now the installers are nailing up the horizontal trim piece right below the metal strip. The horizontal piece helps complete the look the buyers are wanting for their home, in addition to hiding the metal strip. We do not typically install this type of siding. It is very labor intensive and expensive. If you want the board and batten look, this product or similar products will be used. This is a leftover piece of soffit to show you what it looks like before installation. You can see the holes throughout the soffit. The holes are used to help airflow between the attic and the exterior, so heat does not get trapped in the attic, which could cause damage to your home. The outward-facing side is black, while the underside is the typical aluminum color. Here you can see the horizontal siding board at the top of the wall and the installer working on the soffit. He has already cut the pieces to fit, and you can see how he slides the soffit into the metal strip and then nails the piece into place to finish. These soffit pieces are not very large, so it does take time to complete the installation process. Let's watch as he installs another piece of soffit in the overhang. After the soffit is installed, it is time to install the fascia on the home. Here you can see the installer snapping the piece of fascia in place at the top and the bottom. It takes a little bit of maneuvering of the piece to get it in the right place. You can see the installer making the adjustments and sliding it over, making it tight on the end. On this corner of the home, the installer is nailing the fascia in place. Each piece of siding, after it is cut, needs the cut edge painted to match the siding. In addition, each piece needs to be caulked. All nails have to be caulked and painted to match the siding color. These are some of the reasons why this type of siding is very labor intensive and more expensive than standard vinyl siding. Here are the 3 overhead garage doors. They are insulated doors due to the finish room above the garage. The homeowner wanted this style of door, and it is black to match the siding. They wanted a monochromatic look to the house. This is the overhead garage door on the north side of the home. It is the door that goes into the basement storage area beneath the garage where the homeowner can store the lake toys in the winter months when not in use. This is the overhead garage door that leads to the lower level rec room and bar area that will be used for entertaining purposes. All of the siding, soffit, and fascia is installed on the home. This is the front, and the only area left to complete is the area around the front door, which will be finished once the final door is installed. Next, we move on to the south side with the horizontal siding. This is the north side of the home, also with the horizontal siding installed. Now you can see the back or lake side of the home with the board and batten siding to finish the look. All of the siding and overhead garage doors are now installed. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to check out our website and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.